off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move, it's scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less. Flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate.
Today.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Diggs going in motion right. Allen going to go to the air right away. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. First down, McAllister. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Diggs in motion right. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jamin Davis, the man to break up the throw. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McAllister. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
To throw on 3rd down, McAllister. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Inside the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. McAllister, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this 1st quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Throwing on 1st down. McAllister got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, Mims. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 3rd down, McAllister, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Diggs going in motion right. Allen going to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McAllister. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A give left side to Robinson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Looking to throw. McAllister. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barry. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
2nd and a couple. Robinson on a give right side.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, Mims. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Let's go. Come on.
Touchdown, Bills. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw on third down, McAllister. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Allen now on 1st down, trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Allen's throw is complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Here's Smith to return it.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, McAllister. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
47 the mark, 47. Check, 47.
Back to throw. McAllister.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. McAllister in trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. On first down, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Diggs in motion right.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Commanders back out late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again. McAllister throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barry.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, McAllister. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon Smith.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, He likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
On first down, McAllister, left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On second down, Mims, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. McAllister able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So 15 yards on the face mask. Going to put him all the way up near midfield.
And that's a mistake in the same way that a broken tackle or a missed assignment is a mistake. You've got to be smart enough to know not to get that hand up anywhere close to the face mask because they're going to get you every time.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, McAllister, and some room to work. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Robinson up the middle.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. McAllister, and that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
Touchdown! A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are pouring it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McAllister. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Bills getting set to go. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try the middle with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or 2 to punch this one in.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw on 2nd down. McAllister. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Mims. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now out come the Bills.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't.
Touchdown, Bills! A great play there. 39 yards.
And the Bills extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Here's Smith to return it.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a 1st. Operating from the gun, McAllister. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. Another 1st down as they called his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contour, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Allen. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Bills add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Here's Smith to return it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. McAllister in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Take it at the 37.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching.
There he goes left side, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Berry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. McAllister.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McAllister. He finds his man. Complete. It's Berry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
The Washington offense back out there. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing to start the drive. McAllister toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McAllister. Over the middle, complete. That's Barry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Throwing on first down. McAllister. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. McAllister sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun. McAllister. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just